I walk in the club, I see you looking out the corner of your eye. Trying to act like you don't know what's up, like you didn't even see me walk by. You stay by the bar drinking, but I know what you are thinking. You wanna know if I can move, well watch me put these moves on you. You pretend that you're unsure, but I know that you just want your hands on my thighs while you look in my eyes. Get a glance on my lips, say can you handle this? Give in to this temptation and accept this invitation. Get out on the floor when I take it down low. Watch me bring it up slow. Wanna give you some more. I know you want this. My body's twisting to the beat of the song. I got my hands in the air. I know you feeling me. Sweat dripping all over your face. I got you wondering if you really can stand the heat. Just watch my hips start winding and feel my body grinding. We making love on the dance floor, but I don't think you can handle more. Naughty things go through your mind as you grab on me from behind. Ain't hearing what you say, let the music play. Put your hands on my waist and let me give you a taste. Stop all your romancing. This is about dancing. Get out on the floor when I dip it down low. Watch me bring it up slow. I wanna give you some more.
Yeah, no. Bring that back, look. Yeah, I'm going in. Yeah. Okay, look. It's a new moon, watch me change up. See you strutting red bottles, pumps.
Hello? Hey, I just clocked out. What are you doing? Thinking about me? You were always on my mind.
The love I have for you, no guessing. It's what I feel lives inside. My dedication, I'm confessing. Forever you'll be mine. Time is on my side.
No work, no one, no sign.
Your voice I hear in my dreams.
And when I wake,
the champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
All right, the champ is here. Commiss Radio Show is back again, I know you're saying, damn, don't he have a real job? No. I'm retired, baby. I got out of the game while I was still young and good looking. You know, this radio show is loved by many, hated by few, respected by all. We're second to none. Second to none, second to none. That's right. You know, we've been doing this show all week long with folks that have been coming on to the show, want to get that message across, and hey, we're burning down the house. Burning down the house. Literally, the house that you see right behind me. Well, we'll be gone from here and we'll be in Bedford, Texas. It's been so bad. Bedford, Texas is so bad that Cool Kenneth, do you have that conversation that you recorded that you shouldn't have recorded with me and Sammy G talking about the movie? Let's play that.
Excuse me? You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line. Chalk flew up. It was clearly in. How can you possibly call that out? Now he's walking over. Everyone knows it's in this whole stadium. And you call it out? You got the absolute pits of the world, you know that?
I'm going to award a point against you.
That wasn't me, man.
Sound like you. Sound like you.
It wasn't me.
Sound like you in the hallway.
It wasn't me.
Sound like you in the hallway just a second ago.
It wasn't me. Thank you, Cool Kenneth. What do you think about that, man? It was very clever, I know. But we got, clever people here today. We have Ed Wright, who's running for re-election, Democrat for Constable, Precinct 4, and we appreciate you for coming on the show. You looking all constable-like, police-like, and everything. What do you think about the stadium, man?
Sweet.
Yeah.
I've been here a couple of times before.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I mean,
the ones across the street, everything's nice out here. It's nice.
Yeah, and did you have any hard time with parking or anything like that?
No, not at all. I hope we don't have a hard time in Bedford.
That's the reason why I don't want to go to Bedford.
Easy park right across the street.
I don't want to go to Bedford. Check his mic level. Is mic level okay?
It was simple.
Cool. All right.
It was simple.
Okay.
It was simple.
But what about getting inside the building? Do you have a hard time getting inside the building?
Well, that's a different story. So, came in and got downstairs.
Because some people say they have a hard time getting inside.
Yeah, I did. Came once I walked inside, met by the security guard down there, and
the security guard
told him where I was going. Said,
come up to. You was dressed like that.
Dressed what I have on. Told him I was coming upstairs to speak to Ed Grade Commiss Radio Show upstairs, 3rd floor. He told me, I don't know what you're talking about. Said, I don't know what you're talking about. Where you're going? So this went on for about a minute. I said,
That's way too long.
I don't know. So I'm looking. So I'm about to grab my phone because I know I just got off the phone with you a minute before that. So talked to the guy. So I said, hey man, it's on the 3rd floor. I'll just go up to the 3rd floor. He says, okay, go to 312. It's up there.
That's the way he played you, man.
I was like, okay, so it's in 312. You know it's in 312. But
why did you say that from the first?
But we talked. We went out. I was like, okay, man, maybe we'll have better luck in Bedford. So.
Better luck in Bedford.
Maybe so.
Better luck, maybe so, man.
So, but I appreciate you having me here. I appreciate
I appreciate you coming by, man.
Appreciate
you coming by, man. We've been trying to do this interview for quite some time.
Yeah. I think we got some more stuff planned with the family and everything. I think we can get that stuff done.
Yeah, because your family has been involved in the community a long time. Tell us about your family.
Yeah. Born and raised. I'm born and raised in Dallas. Mom and dad had eight boys, so I'm the youngest, the shortest out of 8 boys. But
You're the youngest?
Youngest and the shortest, so we all grew up here.
Youngest and the shortest?
And the shortest.
You're pretty tall yourself.
6'2". 6'2". Yeah, I was 215 before I lost weight, but still I was still the youngest, shortest, and the smallest. But we born, all of us, born and raised, same mom and dad. Most of my brothers, it was 8 of us. The first 6 finished from Roosevelt.
Wait a minute, Roosevelt?
Yeah, they finished from Roosevelt. Yeah.
They didn't play no, basketball or something like that?
Yeah, they tried to. Yeah,
Wait a minute, Ren Wright?
Yeah.
Carl Wright?
Yeah.
I know he went to SMU.
Yeah, went to SMU, yeah.
Yeah,
they tried to play a little something, but
bring the mic closer to you.
But they tried to do a little something, but yeah. So those are my older brothers. I'm the youngest one out of all the brothers. So those are my older brothers. So mom and dad had 8. The first 6 finished from Roosevelt. The last 2 we finished from South Oak Cliff. So,
congratulations.
Appreciate state champion South Oak Cliff, man.
I gotta go ahead and say that and get that out.
Go ahead and say it, dog. Go ahead and say it. I mean, go ahead and say it because we understand. We understand where you come from. So we'll talk about that later.
Now.
My wife finished school the same place you did, so that's a different subject.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it's
wife,
nice to know you married well.
Yeah.
So that's good. Speaking of marrying well and everything, man, who dresses you, man? I'm looking at this card, man. This is fly, man.
There we go.
Go ahead and put that card up. Got to get all
that to my wife. I get that to my wife. Yeah, she picked that jacket out and told me she wanted me to wear a bow tie and a black shirt to match, and she had a dress on very similar to it. That was for our 10th anniversary, so that was about 3 years ago. So that was our 10th anniversary. So it was a nice deal. It's a nice celebration. So she runs the show, so I'm happy to be with her.
So Constable.
Mm-hmm.
You were in DeSoto, Cedar Hill, Grand Prairie, Irvin, Coppell.
Now we have Coppell and Carrollton now. Yeah.
When did they change that?
They just did the redistricting, maybe August, September, something like that, and they had the redistricting. And so we had that redistricting. We had Duncanville and Glen Heights. So they took away Duncanville, they took away Glen Heights, and they gave us...
Duncanville and Glen Heights.
Yeah, took those 2 away, and now we have Coppell and Carrollton. So those are 2 additional cities that we have to go and go up there and talk to everybody, and, get to meet everybody in those cities and get involved in those cities, which is a good thing for me. I don't mind doing it. It's just another opportunity for me to get out there in the city and meet different people in the city.
Well, who had that area before you?
I believe it was Precinct 3, and that was another constable, Adam Check, I believe was his name. So, yeah, he had it up there, but we're going to go up there. I'm going to go up there and get involved just like I am involved in Duncanville and DeSoto and City Hill.
So, being that you lost that, do you think that, I'm just asking this because if I was a constable in the area, like, man, dang, now I got to know some people in Coppell and Carrollton, that's a different demographic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a lot different, but, you still have people you got to go up there and learn the people, because we may assume that it may be 95% Republicans, but then we go up there and find out that it's only 60%. So we still have to go up there and get involved in the community, no matter who they are, no matter if they're Republicans, if they're black or white or whoever. It's still our duty as an elected official. We're elected for the city. We're not elected for only the Democratic voters. We're elected for that city. So we still have to go up there and be involved in that city, regardless of how they look, who they are, how they vote. There's still people in our city, and we have to go and get involved with them.
Okay, so you had some difficulty getting in.
Yes.
You were dealing with the security guard.
Exactly.
That, for better or worse, most people refer to as play cops.
Okay.
So the question is, you're a constable. Are you a real cop?
Exactly.
Some people say that constables are not real cops. Are you a real cop?
So here's the thing.
A law enforcement.
Here's the thing. We are all considered peace officers. Okay. So the city officers may call theirs police. The Dallas sheriff call theirs sheriff deputies. Ours are called deputies, but they're constables. So we all, once we get certified, we're all certified as peace officers. So that's what we are, peace officers. So some people say cops, some people say police. Well, our position is called a deputy, but when we're licensed, when we get licensed by the state, we're licensed as peace officers for the state. So we're all the same. Everybody, no matter where you work for, the state of Texas, you're considered a peace officer. Then whatever city you go to, department you go to, then that's when you take the name of a deputy sheriff, deputy constable, police, or whatever like that.
I recall many years back, and I was talking to, I think it was Burl Jernigan.
Yes, sir. I know.
Constable Burl Jernigan, going back in time now.
Yes.
And some folks back then in the 70s and 80s, they were going like, man, that's not a real cop. It's not. He's just a constable, It's like, and someone said, man, you get in trouble with him just like you get in trouble with anyone else. Exactly.
Simply because you took that class and you got certified as a peace officer. But here's the thing: constables in Dallas County, constables are responsible for the civil side, and that's what gets a lot of people confused. They say, okay, well they don't take people to jail. They don't write a lot of citations. They have the authority. We have the authority to arrest, write citations, but in Dallas County, constables are mainly dealing with civil issues.
Such as what?
Evictions. When the judges send that paperwork down to us, say, hey, this person's going to be evicted. Our guys go out there and do the evictions. Now we don't actually carry the stuff out ourselves, but it's our officers who go out there and we're supervised when the eviction goes on. When the judge gives us that order, the constable go out there and put the paperwork out there. When it's the final date for the move, when it's the date of the move, the constable go out there and make sure that whoever's moving that stuff out, that the law is followed. So evictions, child support, the Attorney General wants child support papers, divorce.
So divorce, someone has a divorce, the person that knocks on the door and hands the...
It's going 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the constable come out there serving with those papers. That's what we do, serve. Any kind of lawsuit, anything like that, it goes to the judge. Once the judge sends those orders down, the judge sends the orders down to the constable's office. That's where we get our paperwork. Either comes from the Attorney General's office when we serve those child support warrants, or they come straight to the constable's office from the courts, from the judges. The 2 judges we have, so that's how we generate our work. That's how we get all our work.
Now, I recall when you came on my job, and they.
Yes, that was a while back.
That was It was funny because you came on my job, and they called me up and they said, you know, the police. I think it's a constable. He's here. I said, well, okay.
I think I was dressed too.
You was dressed.
I don't think I was dressed like this. I think I was dressed in my. I can't remember if I had my official. Was I like this?
Yeah, I believe.
I can't remember if I had my official my gold and bars on. I can't remember.
Yeah, I believe you
like this. I can't remember if I was like this. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
because you was booted and suited like somebody's getting ready to go to jail.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I don't know whether or not the person that, because I can't recall exactly who it was who called me up and told me that, they had the voice like, you in trouble?
Yes.
You need to run.
Yeah. No wonder they were stalling. They were stalling. I was
they were stalling.
Sure, it's taking this guy a long time to get down here, you know, so... Yeah, so I figured that's what it was. So, you know, with your Carter background, I figured they was trying to help you out.
With my Carter background.
I figured they were trying to help you out. I figured they were trying to help you out. I figured that's how it is.
You keep cracking on Carter and everything. You know, that's the reason why they took Carter out of your area, too.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's why. Let's
go. It's not on there, no.
It was, wasn't it?
No, well...
Was it?
Carter was right outside. Carter was right outside.
Right outside?
It was right outside DeSoto. Yeah,
so we made sure you wasn't coming back.
Yeah, so we wasn't coming to get you guys.
No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. So what made you decide to run for constable the first time, and now obviously running for re-election is you want to keep the job?
Yeah. The amazing part, I've never thought about being in public service as far as politics go. But I was out of town. My wife and I was out of town, and pastor at the time, Kerry Wesley. He came to me. He said, "Hey Ed, I need to talk to you." I was like, "All right, known my pastor for 30 years." So I was like, "What's going on, Pastor?" He said, "I had a dream last night that I was introducing you to our congregation as an elected official." And this was 7 years before I decided to run for office. 7 years before I ran for office. 7 years before. So I talked to my wife, and she said, "Well, what are you going to do about it?" Reached out to a couple of friends, talked to some of them. 7 years later, this constable position came available. Ran for the position, told my pastor what was going on, and he was like, "Well, you know my dream already." So got my Bible out, got on my knees, prayed. Said, "God, you know, this is what your word says." Next thing you know, I'm elected constable. I ran against 7 people, won, and then next thing you know, now I'm running for re-election.
Running for re-election.
Yeah, running for re-election.
Antioch Missionary Baptist Church.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm looking at your affiliations here, and we have some commonalities as well. Grand Prairie YMCA.
Yes, you're board member.
Board member as well. Yeah, so how's things going at the board?
It's going well. We're losing our Miss Susanna. She just told me the other day she's leaving. Going somewhere else, so that's. But as far as the board is concerned, it's going well. As far as how much they're involved in Grand Prairie, I'm so glad I chose that YMCA because they are so involved in Grand Prairie. They keep us involved in doing a lot of different things.
Yeah, that's the one right there. If you remember that, my goodness, YMCA. We only have one in Grand Prairie, but just speaking of that YMCA, and I'm obviously biased because I was a board member there. Everyone that's involved with the YMCA board there is somebody that's in a decision-making capability in the city.
It is excellent. It's excellent. I'm so glad I joined that. They have so many things. They do so many things in the community, and they always asking for volunteers. Hey, come volunteer here. Come volunteer here. I'm like, man, just call me. Come. I'll donate. If I can't be there, I'll donate money. I'll donate a table, whatever you guys need. I'm so happy. Now I've met a lot of people up there on the board. They have so many people for us to meet, and I've met so many people, and I'm like, man, this is an excellent opportunity. And I also joined the Lions Club in Grand Prairie. So that's going well. Been able to meet
a lot of people. What about Rotary Club? You joined that?
I hadn't joined that yet. I actually had the paperwork on my desk. I was reading over it the other day, and I was like, hey, I wonder if I should.
I was a member of the Rotary Club there. So that's a great organization to be affiliated with.
Yeah, Grand Prairie I love the city of Grand Prairie. I live in DeSoto, but I love how Grand Prairie, how the organizations really get you involved in the city. Have so many things going on in the city, and just all the different clubs. Hey, come be a part of this. We'll introduce you to this person. We'll get you hooked up. We'll get you over here. We'll let you get involved in this program, talking to kids, helping out with feeding the homeless, passing out, whatever it is. It's excellent. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. You see, I'm sure you see how many programs I've started.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if they charge by the word on programs, this is a very expensive, flyer.
That's quite a bit.
So let's talk. Let's get fit with Constable Wright. I mean, you look to be very fit. That's the reason why I wear big jackets and everything, because I'm not fit.
So, I believe probably 2016, 2017, I found out I was a diabetic, and I was 6'2", of course, 215. So I'm working out and in shape at the gym, 3 or 4 days a week. Found out I was diabetic, so now I had to change my eating habits. Start eating differently and start taking medicine, and not insulin, but start taking just different medicine. And next thing you know, I go from 215 to 195.
What's your numbers now?
My numbers are good.
We're going to go to a break. I'm going to advise everyone that we play local music here. So Facebook, don't be tripping. We own our music rights because, well, the artists that we've asked, that's cool. But we're going to play some drops as well. So before we go to that, cool Kenneth, who's doing the show today, your numbers are good?
Yeah, my numbers are excellent. Yeah, numbers are excellent. I have it's still on my arm called a Dexcom. And the Dexcom, it sends the numbers to your phone all day long. Okay. So you don't have to get it and scan it. I just
look at it.
The meter thing. You don't. No, I don't have any of that stuff. This thing stays in your arm for 90 days, and then 90 days later, take it out, put another one on. Okay. Reach your numbers. Yeah.
That's something that we're going to talk about as well. Commish Healthy Nation that we talk about, and we get ready to come back. We'll talk more so about the getting fit with Constable Wright, and we will talk about the other programs that he has. So let's do a couple of breaks, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Gail Todd with Townview Realtors. If you find yourself in the market to buy, sell, lease, or maybe you want to be a part of this hot real estate market by investing, just give my team of professionals and I a call at 214-675-9572. Again, that's 214-675-9572. Or you can email me at gtodd88@yahoo.com. With me, it's all about you.
Hello, I'm Chris Howell, co-founder of the Chris Howell Foundation. The Chris Howell Foundation, our goal is to strengthen individuals and families in the areas of financial literacy, mental health, and health in general. If you need assistance in any of these areas, I invite you today to go and check out our website, chrishowellfoundation.org. That's chrishowellfoundation.org.
Hi, this is Dominique Collins. I am the judge of Criminal District Court number 4 in Dallas County. I'm also the judge of your Dallas County veterans, serving veterans all over the Metroplex. And when I want to know what's in the hearts, minds of Dallas County, I listen to the Commish Radio Show.
Look what you've done to me. I never thought I'd be like this until we.
My name is Audra Riley, and I listen to the Community Champion Hour on KHVN.
The blackness, keep on.
Hey, this is Cheryl Smith, and when I'm looking for news and information, I tune into The Commish on Saturdays.
I got so much trouble on my mind, refuse to lose. Here's your ticket, here's the drama get wicked. The clue to you to push the back to black attack. So I sack and dap and slack the Mac. Now I'm ready to mic it. Hear my favoritism roll.
Making New Year's resolutions is one thing. Sticking to those, though, that's quite another. Here's Ed Gray from the Commish Radio Show with My Voice, My Opinion.
A lot of us are making New Year's resolutions. My resolution is to continue to tell the truth about Washington. The truth is that democracy is in trouble. Meanwhile, we have a president that can't tell the truth. We have a president that plays checkers on the world stage while everyone else is playing chess. We have a president who thinks he can control the Federal Reserve Board like he's playing a Monopoly game. All right, back again, Commish Radio Show. That was the Ed Gray Classic WFAA, and as you know, that was me hammering the president at that time, which was Donald Trump. So I want to make sure everybody didn't think I was hammering Joseph Biden. So that being said, if you want to go ahead and follow me on various social media, which is Ed Gray 1906 on Twitter, Ed Gray 1906 on Instagram, and also Ed Gray the Commish Radio. You'll be able to hear some of those old classic Ed Gray on WFAA Channel 8 clips. So let's make sure we log that one and put that one, put the year on that one, so we'll know we'll play that one correctly in the format that we're talking about. But what the correct format that we have here is that we are able to serve the community no matter what year it is, no matter whether it is 2018 or 2022. So that being said, that's what we got going on. All right, getting fit, Constable Wright. We were talking offline. We were talking about diabetes, and that's part of the Commish Nation Network, our Healthy Nation series that we have, in which we will have a chef that will be coming to our new show, and he's going to be he's going to be telling us how to be healthy. And you just walked right into that one and just gave me a good segue for that. So thank you for sharing that with us. I'm going to talk offline with you about. I'm a diabetic as well, and I want to get fit. Like
I remember we talked about that over dinner one night. You was telling me that about that. My numbers have gotten incredibly good, especially since I put this Dexcom on my arm, because it holds me accountable. Reminder. It holds me accountable. So because it'll beep in my phone if my numbers just go over like 260, 270. It'll beep and say, hey, your numbers are high. So it's telling me that. So I know once I eat it, they're going to go up. But this prevents them.
So you have to like put that on there?
Yeah, just it sticks on your arm, and it stays on your arm for 90 days, and it's it reads your blood. It reads your blood sugar just every day. I mean, 24/7. So you can just look at it. If you can just pick up your phone, look at it, and see what it is. Okay, my numbers when I wake up in the morning, between 85 and 110 every morning.
Okay.
So it's excellent. Then during the day, they're normally about between 100 and 170. That's what they are doing today. So that's good. And when I go to sleep, they're about 120. So this holds me accountable. When I didn't have it on, oh my goodness, it was terrible. It was terrible because I was eating any kind of way because I knew I didn't have to hear my phone beeping. But as soon as I put it on, it just made me hold myself accountable, which I'm glad to wear it every day, though.
Well, you seem to be holding a lot of people accountable in the community as well. You have several programs that you reach out. See, you have your coffee cup here, Coffee with the Constable.
Coffee with the Constable, yeah.
Explain what that does. Let's go through some of the programs. You got Coffee with the Constable, which obviously is spending time with senior citizens.
Senior citizens at the senior citizen centers around in our precinct. Just go to different senior citizen centers and talk with them, because they Cedar Hill, DeSoto, Duncanville at the time. Just go hang out with them, and they're there playing dominoes. They're cheating at cards, they're playing bingo, they're doing all this stuff. And you can just go over there and sit and talk to them. Talk to them, have coffee with them, take donuts in there, and sit and just have a conversation with them.
So what does that do with, what does that do?
It's bridging that gap. It's giving them somebody they can trust, because they have 1,000 questions, and they do a lot of stuff they shouldn't do. Like I talk to them about opening up their doors when anybody knock on their door. It gives me an opportunity to talk to them about some stuff, and it also allows me to gain some knowledge from them. And you know just as well as I do, older people love to share information, or they love to teach us. So when I go and talk to them, they're steady feeding me things.
You making me feel good about that, because a lot of times you call me and I start talking to you and you say, I get a lot out of you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking to you, but that obviously means I'm a senior citizen now.
See, I mean,
it
is what it is. I didn't want to say it. I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it, but I mean, you walk right into it. So I'm just saying.
No, that's true though. That's true.
Say it, but
story time with the constable.
Story time with the constable. Now that goes. I get to go to our local libraries, and kids who haven't started school. So kids anywhere from a year to 3 years old who are not in school, who are not at daycares, their parents take them to these libraries and they read. They have different story times during the day, like from 11 to 1. So I've got hooked up with some of the libraries. I go to the libraries and start reading to them. Story time. So I call it story time with the constable. Go and take my books, sit down. Kids jump in your lap, get all on you and want to just sit there and turn the pages for you. But it's getting those kids used to the police.
That helps out.
That helps out them as they grow up.
Right.
They understand.
So we have two bridges, you know.
Ends of the spectrum.
Ends of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Right, because you have the older, and then you have the younger.
Yeah, the older are sharing stuff with me. I'm talking to them.
And then you also helping them say, don't open the door.
Exactly. And then the younger one, this is my time to make sure I influence them in a positive way.
Right.
Because you don't want to hear a child saying, oh, I'm scared of the police. I hate Why are you afraid of the police? No, this is my opportunity to get with them and say, no, you shouldn't be afraid of the police. And also it allows me to interact with their family members also. Okay. So which is a great thing. So that's cool. Cops and coaches, if I may, cops and coaches. Now, cops and coaches.
That's where the being fit comes in, and it works obviously as well.
Well, yeah, it does, and because what that happened is my son. The reason I started Cops and Coaches, my son, his friend passed away, was killed from Duncanville, was killed, and it started me to think. It started me to think. I was like, okay, what can I do to help some of our younger kids? So I got with a couple of ministers from church. I got with some of the people from some of the local PDs. And I said, what I want to do is go to some of these schools and talk to these kids. So we go up to these schools and we'll get with their football teams. Just say, when I started, we got with DeSoto. Got with Chief Costin DeSoto and told him what I was going to do. So we got with their whole football team, freshman, JV, and varsity football team. Took about 7 to 8 people with me, ministers and other officers, and went up there and we talked to the whole football team about how they need to interact with the police. And we got all every freshman, JV member and varsity member sitting there listening to us. And we're talking to them about how there's no need for you to roll the window down 2 inches when the police come to your door to talk to them. What's the reason? If you're speeding, he pulls you over, roll your window down, talk to him, give him your license and your insurance, let him do his deal. If you're going to write your ticket, let him write your ticket. If he's not, let him talk to you on your way.
All right, so folks that are listening, please share this as well. We want to make sure that everyone is hearing it. We don't want to be shadow banned by Facebook with things that they don't want to push positive news out.
Mm-hmm.
Positive news. Anytime we see a lot of times with African Americans, and I'm just saying African Americans, Facebook will go ahead and push out any and every kind of fight out there. But when it comes down to just good knowledge, introducing the topic and dropping it, they don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So what was the feedback you've been getting from
that was an excellent deal. That was excellent. The kids, they had 1,000 questions. We talked to them about, the first thing they talk about is, well, we don't want to snitch. We don't want to do this. If somebody asks us a question, police talks to us and asks us a question about something, and we understand. And I told them, I said, we all understand. You don't want to get caught up and be labeled a snitch with your group, with your peers. Mm-hmm. That could come back to be tough on you. So we told them about all the different avenues. They can call the non-emergency 911, the tip hotline. They can do all these different things to get their information out instead of just being seen talking to the police. So we had 1,000 questions from these kids. We got a great feedback, so we're starting to do it more. The thing that happened that hurt us was COVID. COVID hit and it messed us up, and story time had to stop. Coffee with the constables cool down a little bit, it's picking back up, but it slowed down a little bit because we had to stop being around everybody. Now it's picking back up. We can go back into different places, so some of these things are picking back up, which is great for us, though.
How else has COVID affected your ability to serve the community. Other than that, I know with the judges, you know, they now begin to have done virtual, if you will, virtual court appearances. How has it affected you?
Well, you know, bad part for us, you know, we have to go in those houses. So it's made us be extremely careful. We talk to our officers about the importance of being vaccinated, because now you're going into these houses. You still got to serve this paperwork. You still got to serve those parents whose kids aren't going to school, those juveniles who's missing school. Still got to go serve these people. Still got to serve any paperwork that the court sent to us, the lawsuits. Still got to go out.
You can't virtually do that.
Still got to go do it. So if someone's getting evicted, because people still, just because we have all these different laws and what, that's not laws. We got all these different avenues for people to stop from being evicted. You have this program that can help pay your rent and help you stop from being evicted. Some people still going to be evicted. They're still going to be evicted. So our officers still have to go out there and still do those evictions. And one thing some people believe is that the constables are actually out there doing the evicting. They act there, going to people's houses.
That's what I used to think too.
Going in the house and putting people's furniture out.
Because they're the most visible.
Yes.
Who's
actually
doing that?
That's either a moving company that just say, if I own a house and I'm evicting you, it's my responsibility when the constables come. It's my responsibility to have someone there to take your furniture out. Or it's your responsibility as a person who lives there to have somebody there to take the furniture out when the constables show up. The constable's job is to make sure we supervise, make sure there's no trouble. That's our job, to make sure that paperwork that we're serving, make sure it's followed. So we don't want anybody fighting. We want to make sure that if I'm putting out 2 people, those 2 people are put out, not the third person or whatever the paperwork reads. That's the constable's job. But the constable not picking up a sofa, not picking up a plant, they're not moving stuff out. But people will believe, well, the constable put her out there. They're out there throwing her stuff out. The constable's not throwing anything. Man, that's not our job. And the movers aren't throwing anything out, because the constable's going to stop them from throwing stuff out. They won't let them put stuff out in the rain. I heard somebody say it the other day, yeah, they put her stuff out in the rain. No, they didn't, because that's not what we do. If it's raining, we can't put it out. We have to reschedule and put it out and evict the people later.
What about snow? Not that it snows a lot around here.
If it's inclement weather, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's got to be dry, sunny. It don't have to be sunny, but it has to be dry outside. If it's like this, it's good. Put it out. Now, if it start raining 10 hours afterwards, you're responsible.
That's good intel.
Yeah, you're responsible. You're responsible to get your stuff. You're responsible to get your stuff. It's not the constable's fault to say, well, we can't put it out because it may rain 12 hours from now. If you're getting evicted, you need to go and make sure you have your stuff ready. Because it's not like it's a surprise to you. It's not like it's a surprise. So you know that you're getting evicted. So it's not like it's a surprise.
When I lived in an apartment complex, everyone that got evicted always said that they didn't know that was happening.
Please, yeah, because you have to go to court. You know,
what is the eviction process?
It's quite. You have to go in and go to those judges. Go talk to the judge. Just say, if I own my house and I'm evicting you, I have to go in, pay to get the paperwork, to get everything started, and get it rolling. And the reason I'm skipping past it, because these people know that I'm going to go to court. You're going to be sent a letter saying, hey, you're getting evicted, or you need to come to court. You come to court, judge's going to give you all the rules. You got 3 to 5 days. You got 30 days, whatever it is. Then you need to have either pay your landlord. You guys work it out, because you can't work it out. I can say I'm going to evict you, but then we work it out and I stay in the house. I stay in the house or the apartment, whatever. So you go to court, you guys hash it out what you're going to do. The judge rules against you, you get evicted. Judge rules in your favor, you stay in there. So, but it's people believe, but people don't believe.
Like
people
they
don't believe.
I'm
believe.
a young man. I'm 20, 21 years old. Lived in an apartment complex, and I used to see people get evicted, and you know, they would say, "I didn't even know." You know?
Yeah.
Like they came home from work and.
Please, no. You have the officers go out there and they put the paperwork on your door and tell you, hey, you have 24 hours, 48 hours to contact this person, to call the court. It's just not done in one day.
Okay.
Come out there and put something on your door. You have to read it, go to court. Judge signs something else. Go back out there, put something else on your door. So you're notified at least 3 times. Hey, you got this going on.
That was then.
Mm-hmm.
This is now, and the future is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have planned if you're reelected?
I'm going to keep doing the same thing I'm doing. I'm going to keep serving. I'm going to keep serving our community. One more thing I want to talk about, my scholarship program that I keep on going. My wife and I started a scholarship program, Ed and Gwen Wright Scholarship, first annual. What we did is first-year college students that are going off to college, we gave each one a refrigerator, a dorm-size refrigerator, TV, a smart TV, microwave, Foot Locker, and all the bedding for your bed. So we gave 10 students. We got enough.
How do you pick the 10 students?
Now next year I think we're going to do it differently. This year it was our first one, and we started in August. We started in July, August. So we just got kids. We found out people who need kids, who had kids that are going to college. Next year it don't matter where you are in Dallas County. It don't matter if you're tops in your class, bottom of your class. If you're a child that needs to go to school, that needs help, you're gonna put you in a bowl, draw your name out, you get a scholarship. Point blank.
Say again, what do you get?
You get microwave, smart TV, refrigerator, Foot Locker, with all your essential sheets, towels, and everything, and all the bedding, comforter, and everything for your bed. And my wife told me, she said, hey, we're gonna maybe try to do some things differently. I think she's gonna add on some like gift cards. I think she was saying maybe add on some gift cards. So we understand the first couple of weeks of school, kids are so nervous, getting acclimated to everything. So we may give them like enough to feed them for the first 2 weeks of school, feed them for lunch and dinner for the first 2 weeks of school. So we did this out of our pockets. Hey, had one guy talk to us, hey man, we'll help you out. All this stuff came from my wife and I. It's out there, hey, because we grew up. My wife finished from Carter, I finished from SOC, so we didn't just grow up, with silver spoons in our mouth. So we said, hey, we want to help some kids, who maybe struggle like we did, and Hispanic, black, white, don't care who it is. We were there to help them out. So I'm gonna continue doing that. One of the other things that I'm focused on right now is we understand how everybody talks about going green, paperless and going green. So what my plan is, I've spoken to some of my officers and talked to some people about this. I'm considering, we have some cars that are using alternative fuel. They're not using gas. So I'm writing up a proposal to go talk to our county administrators about getting our cars switched from gas to alternative fuel, to see how much it will cost every time our car we need to get a new car. You go to 100, 110,000 miles, then you change your cars, I get a new one. So instead of getting a car that runs by gas, what would it cost to get a car that runs by alternative fuel, and look at how it would help our community, how it would help the ozone. I listened in on a Zoom call about 3 weeks ago, a 2-hour Zoom call, and when the professor from Texas A&M was talking about the ozone, and he talked for the longest about alternative fuel and things we can do to change up our cars, going to alternative fuel, electric cars. I was like, all right. Is this possible? Is this something? Now, this has nothing to do with serving paperwork, but it has something to do with protecting and helping our ozone, helping our world we live in.
Right.
Yeah. So it has something to do. So this has nothing to do with serving paper or the law, but it has something to do with saving taxpayers money, because this could save us money. It could help protect our world. So that's one of the other things I'm really involved in doing that. And we went to 10 hours. Our guys were working 8 hours when I got over there. 8 hours, 8-hour shifts.
So 4-day work week. Then.
4-day work. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And again, what does that do? Stops you from burning all that gas. It stops you from people don't call in sick.
Are you the only one doing that?
only one I know about. Now, it could be some more, but the only one I know about right now. I hadn't talked with the other constable's office. I'm not sure what they're doing. But
you're really not concerned about them. It's your.
I was just about to say, I'm not really concerned, but I know we're doing it, and I know you have 3 days off now. So if you have that doctor's appointment, now
you just schedule it on that day,
on that Friday or that Monday. If you want a weekend, you take off. Sometimes you take off a Friday and a Monday, have your long weekend. Now you have your long weekend, so that stops you from taking off. Now you have guys who are more. The morale is better. Got guys who want to come to work, who just aren't mad every time they come to work because they miss it.
Monday.
Yes. So
when the Cowboys lose.
But
it happens. I mean,
it does.
Realistically, it happens.
Yeah. On Mondays, they're mad because you're such a diehard fan. You're such a diehard fan,
and
it affects you.
Just slapping.
But it's true. It's true. But it doesn't have to be the Cowboys though.
Anybody.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
But as a manager, former manager, I used to recognize that as well. How morale would be when the team was at that was going on. But and I'm glad I asked that question because I look through the push cards all the time. That's why I'm glad you arrived with your push card because we're getting ready to go to a close. Because it gives me an opportunity to ask about the endorsements. And what you just revealed wasn't on this push card.
Yeah, no.
And I'm just saying, everything doesn't have to be on the push card.
Exactly.
I'm glad I asked that question. But being green, that's part of what we're doing now.
Yeah. Going paperless, it's all.
As we get to a close, tell us who's endorsing you and why they endorsed you, and why the public should endorse you with a vote.
I believe so far, Commissioner Price, he's endorsed me. He endorsed me last time. He endorsed me now. He told me when I won the election, he said, Constable, he said, make the people who voted for you proud they voted for you. That's where all these programs came from. Now, we all jump in here and we all go to Christmas parades and different things and feed the homeless and go do different things that everybody else is doing. You join in on other stuff. Like I joined in on Meals on Wheels. That's been there. You join in on other things. But he said make them proud. I initiated all these programs. I didn't include the one where we fed 1,000 teachers in one day in Duncanville. Something I initiated, got with the ISD in Duncanville, and we got together with some local restaurants and we fed all the teachers in Duncanville for Teacher Appreciation in 2021. One day, something I initiated. So there's a lot of things that I've tried to do to make those people that voted for me proud. So I believe that's why he continues to support me. Pastor Wesley at my church that I attend, and he says, Constable Wright, we got you 100%. Marcus King, Cypress Central, he's endorsed me. Pastor Epps, Community, he's endorsed me, along with some more that I hadn't included on there. I hadn't included on the waiting to hear back. I believe I'm going to get the endorsements from Stonewall Democrats, 23rd Senatorial Tejano Democrats, the Tejano Democrats of Dallas County. They're all three of those are endorsing me as well. So these four that are on here and those other three, all of them endorsing me. And because they see that I'm involved in the community. I'm just not out here saying, okay, I'm gonna get elected and hadn't done anything in the community. This stuff has been going on since I started. Since I was elected. I've been doing stuff before I was elected. This stuff has been going on since I became elected.
And when is election day?
Election is early voting, 14th through the 25th of February. Election date, March the 1st. And the general is in November 2nd.
And hey, this is what you're doing in the community.
Yes.
We want to invite you to come back. Took you long enough to get on the show, man.
Yeah, man, you wouldn't answer the phone, so that's a different story. So I hope nobody else can have that issue.
Well, if not, then we have top-notch security down.
I know, right?
Take care of it.
I know, right?
But thank you for listening and tuning in to the Commish Radio Show. We have some music and we're going to play on our way out. We will see you back again tomorrow, in which we will have Judge Mike Jones. He'll be here. And also we'll have E.G.K. Okpa, who's running for United States Congress. And we close out here on Saturday with Jane Hamilton running for United States Congress and Philip Kingston, who's running for County Commissioner. Hey, cool, Kenneth, let's roll.
So restrained. But I'm convinced, even though my suspicions I can't prove. So it's on when I call on the squad.
This is John Creuzot, your Democratic candidate for District Attorney for Dallas County. Thank you to the Commish and Ed Gray and the Commish Radio Show.
This is attorney Kim T. Cole of K. Cole Law PLLC. When I'm not fighting for civil rights and social justice, I keep it locked to Ed Gray on the Commish Radio Show.
Hey, how you doing? This is Ed Gray of the Commish Radio Show. Stay tuned and tune in and be up to speed on everything in social justice, human rights, and politics on the Commish Radio Show, airing every Saturday, 5 p.m. on the Fishbowl Radio Network.
Jump in.